So the big news is that Trump might skip the ABC debate with Kamala Harris. Shocking, I know. This isn't the first time he's pulled a stunt like this. This is a man who treats debates like bad buffet food. Sometimes he'll nibble, sometimes he'll pile his plate high, and sometimes he'll just flip the table over. It's unpredictable, to say the least. Remember the 2020 election? Trump backed out of a debate with Biden because, and I quote, "the organizers were biased." It was a move that left everyone talking for weeks. Because everyone knows, Biden's secret weapon is a team of extremely persuasive debate moderators. Or at least, that's what Trump would have you believe. And let's not forget his love-hate relationship with Fox News. It's a roller coaster of emotions. One minute they're his best friends, the next he's accusing them of being fake news. It's a dynamic that keeps everyone on their toes. It's more dramatic than a Real Housewives reunion. Seriously, you couldn't script this stuff if you tried. So, yeah, Trump and debates, it's complicated. It's like a soap opera that never ends, like trying to explain Twitter to your grandma. Confusing, frustrating, and sometimes downright impossible.
Indeed, the relationship between Trump and debates has always been, well, tumultuous. It's a saga that continues to evolve with each election cycle, keeping everyone guessing what his next move will be.
Now let's talk about the real reason Trump might be dodging this debate microphones. Yes, you heard that right, microphones. Apparently there's been a whole lot of back and forth about whether the mics should be muted when a candidate isn't speaking. It's become quite the hot topic. Trump's campaign wants them muted. They believe it will create a more orderly debate. Harris's team wants them live. They argue that muting mics stifles the spontaneity of the debate. You know, like a normal debate, where candidates can interject and respond in real time. It's like they're arguing over whether to use spoons or sporks at a state dinner. Both have their uses, but the choice can change the whole experience. Look, I get it, Trump doesn't like being silenced. He thrives on being heard. He's like that friend who talks over everyone at brunch. You know the one, always dominating the conversation. But here's a crazy thought. Maybe, just maybe, the American people deserve to hear what both candidates have to say without the constant interruptions. Just a thought. It could lead to a more informed electorate.
The debate over microphones is just another layer in the complex world of political debates. It's a small detail, but it can have a big impact on how the candidates are perceived.
Now, some folks are saying that Trump's reluctance to debate might have something to do with Harris's recent surge in the polls. It's not just a small bump. It's a significant leap that's catching everyone's attention. And let's be honest, seeing Harris ahead in the polls is more surprising than finding a vegan at a BBQ festival. It's a twist no one saw coming, and it's shaking up the political scene. I mean, this is a woman who once said, "I love Venn diagrams." Who does that? It's quirky, it's unexpected, and it's making people take a second look. But somehow she's connecting with voters. Her ability to relate to everyday people is becoming her secret weapon. Maybe it's her sharp wit, her impressive legal background, or maybe it's just the sheer relief of having a candidate who doesn't tweet in all caps at 3 a.m. Her composed demeanor is a breath of fresh air for many. Whatever the reason, Harris is on the rise, and Trump, well, he's finding himself in unfamiliar territory. Let's just say he's not used to playing second fiddle. The man who once dominated the headlines is now struggling to keep up. He's more accustomed to playing the world's smallest violin for himself. The shift in dynamics is palpable.
The dynamic between Harris and Trump is certainly heating up as the polls shift. The competition is getting fiercer by the day. The political landscape evolves, and with it, the strategies and narratives of both candidates. It's a race that's becoming more unpredictable and exciting with each passing moment. Section 4, the stakes more than just a microphone check.
Look, I know all this talk of debates and microphones might seem trivial. Some of you are probably thinking, Trevor, it's just a debate. It's not like it's going to change the course of the election.
And to that I say you're right, it's way more important than that. This is about pride. It's about ego. It's about two politicians with more baggage than a Kardashian vacation trying to out-talk each other on live TV. What's not to love? Plus, think of the memes. The internet will be on fire if Trump actually goes through with this. We're talking about levels of memification not seen since that picture of Bernie Sanders at the inauguration. Section 5, the art of the dodge, a Trumpian masterclass.
Now, let's not forget, Trump is a master of the dodge. He's like a magician who can make scandals disappear with a wave of his tiny hand. Remember when he was supposed to release his tax returns? Pepperidge Farm remembers. So, it's entirely possible that all this debate drama is just a distraction, a way to get people talking about anything other than, the actual issues. And you know what? It's working. We're here talking about microphones and debates instead of, oh, I don't know, climate change, the economy, or that weird smell coming from your neighbor's apartment.
Section 6, debate night. Will he or won't he?
So, the big question remains, will Trump actually show up for the debate? I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, maybe. It's like trying to predict the weather in a hurricane. You know it's going to be wild, but you're not sure if you're going to get sunshine or a flying cow. Part of me thinks he'll chicken out, blame it on fake news, and spend the evening live tweeting Fox News from his golden toilet. But another part of me thinks he can't resist the spotlight. The man lives for attention, even if it's negative, so yeah, it's a toss-up. But hey, at least it's entertaining, right?
Section 7, and the consequences are, cue laugh track.
Now let's imagine, just for a second, that Trump does skip the debate. What happens then? Well, for starters, the internet will explode. We're talking about a meme supernova of epic proportions. Think grumpy cat, distracted boyfriend, and woman yelling at cat all rolled into one.
Harris will probably use the opportunity to give a solo speech, which will be about as exciting as watching paint dry. And Trump? He'll probably declare himself the winner by default, tweet about how unfair the whole thing was, and then go back to watching Fox News. Business as usual, folks. Nothing to see here. But hey, at least we'll always have the memes.